Hey guys, what's up? This is the Broke Gamer, bringing you one of my favorite mods for Skyrim ever. And if you can see it right there, that is the Dev Avessa, the only real-time pilotable flying ship mount in Skyrim. And I am actually standing on top of the walkway that leads up here. And as you can see, one of the first things you'll notice is that getting up here is not an easy task because it is littered with Thalmor agents all the way up to here. And if you could look down, you can see that it goes all the way down. And along the way down, or up, however you can traversing this, you see the barrels and crates and everything. Don't worry about them. There is nothing really in them of any significant importance. Only a little fish and maybe some bread. But as far as location, I am outside of Solitude. And to be more specific, I am right here. Right where that icon is. Not too far away from the East Empire warehouse in the docks. So that's where I am. Actually, right behind the Blue Palace. That is the Blue Palace of Solitude. So, you want to come up here. Now, in this barrel right here, you need to pick up the Dev Avessa config book. That is how we control the ship. And in here is really nothing of significance. Some gold. This item will always change whenever the Dev Avessa spawns. So it's always something different, but it's usually a magical item of dwarven nature. Armor, which we don't need. So, that being said, on to the ship. Now, the first thing to note about the Dev Avessa is that it is not only just a mount to get from point A to point B, but it's actually a livable home. The author of this mod has gone through a lot of detail in putting the living quarters together. And here we are. You can see we came from up there. Here we go. And here is your captain's quarters, your office, standardized chairs, desks, books, bookshelves, lots of storage. This place has an abundance of storage for weapons, loot, whatever you want to pick up. And speaking of that, if you come over here and you look at this suspicious cabinet, you open it up, you find a false back, you open that up, and we have a little chamber back here where you can store some of your more precious valuables. These do not respawn, so feel free to put anything in them that you would want. Let's see. What else? This one, you open it up and it's a weapons rack. not that exciting. If we come over here, you'll see more weapon racks. More weapon racks. A little dining room area. Weapon racks on the wall. Mannequins. This is the bedroom area. Again, nothing exciting. Your standardized bed. Wardrobe comes filled with some minor gold, some minor clothes. Both of these are filled with the same thing. Again, more weapon racks. And I'll demonstrate. These do actually work. See? There you go. Mannequins for armor, obviously. Now, the one point I want to make about this is these shield racks that you see around here, do not put anything on them. For some reason, any item that is placed on here when you next load your save up disappears. I don't know what that is about, but it's done it to me all the time. So that's just an FYI. Other than those shield racks, all of the wall-mounted, regular standing weapon racks, the mannequins, the cabinets, everything like that is perfectly safe to store whatever you want. And got another chest, another weapon rack back here, and then open the door, and we can go lower, and we find ourselves in what I would guess to be like a little kitchen area. You have your very nice pot for cooking, some harvestable salmon and garlic and pheasant and stuff. You can store your food here in this barrel or in this sack right here. There is food already provided for you, a little bit anyway. Potatoes, cabbage, that kind of stuff. Some wheat up there. This dial is purely for roleplay, aesthetic purposes. There's a couple of these throughout the ship that don't really appear to do anything. Here, look. I'll demonstrate. We turn it, but as you can see, I'm looking around here, nothing has really changed. So, again, I'm pretty sure that's just for aesthetic role-playing purposes. Still a nice touch-up. We walk in here, we have more weapon racks, a whole wall of weapon racks over here, and a grindstone. We come over here, we open this room up, and we have a quasi engine room slash smithing area. So there is your anvil. This, believe it or not, is your smelter. Again, dials, and your workbench over there. You have your Dwemer engine, kind of powering everything out. Let's see. In here, we have beds for your crew. Again, kind of purely aesthetic, role-playing purposes. Brings me to one other point, is that this place is not at all nav matched. I'll say it again. This is not nav mesh at all. So if you bring your companions in here and you start to move the ship, they will fall through the floor. And the author does not appear to be fixing that anytime soon. But again, when you take into account just how much detail went into this ship, it's really not a big warp. And that's pretty much everything we have for the downstairs area. We come back up here. Let's see. Close the door. There are some little gloves and like helmets and a sword here that is not grabbable, although the shield is. Some books, over there. Oh, and here is your alchemy area. All you alchemists out there. Again, nothing extremely standard, nothing extremely new. Your alchemy station, your canning rack, your potion case, where you can have all potions, and your enchanter. And over there is where you house all your crystals and whatnot. Again, I'll reiterate again, these weapon plaques, these shield plaques, do not put anything on them unless you want them to disappear. Those do not do anything. Again, aesthetics. So now that we do that, and now let's get this thing to fly. Alright. Now, the book we got from that battle allows us to configure what buttons you want to use to control the ship. Here we go. Now, if we run through this real quick key configuration. Page 1 is just your standard up, down, left, right controls. And page 2, which I'll show you in a moment, allows you to control the handbrake, which is used for landing, and the dismount, which again is used for landing. Okay, that's all set up. Steering wheel over here. Now this is automatically going to switch into third person mode. Okay. Whenever you activate or deactivate the ship, you will hear a little on deck bell to let you know that your command is received. And after a little shaky start, we are off. Now, as you can see here, pretty smooth sailing, or flying rather. You can turn with ease. Couple points I want to make clear about the ship. As far as the world itself is concerned, the ship is not collision proof. So in other words, when you land, or when you run into a mountain or a forest or something, it's literally gonna you are literally gonna go right through that mountain and forest. Graphically, it's gonna clip, but that doesn't affect the actual game or the ship or the mod or anything like that. It's another thing that the author is just apparently has elected to leave as is. Let's see, what else? Around Skyrim, the author has placed sky docks, which are not unlike the one we just left out of Solitude, which are decks way up on the side of mountains and cliffs and stuff to allow you to literally dock like you would a regular ship, except way up in the air. Now they're scattered all over Skyrim in the major cities, so I don't really want to take the time to show you each and every one, because they all look pretty much like the one in Solitude. You can't miss them. And as you can see now, we're just kind of moseying along over the forest. But if you want to actually stop, you pump the handbrake button and ta-da, you will go to a slow crawl. That's a dragon. Of course that's a dragon, right? Fortunately, dragons don't seem to like the ship. So, if you just ignore the dragon, he will actually go away. Or you'll move out of his range more than likely. And actually, these dragons have a maximum altitude that they go, height-wise. And if you raise the ship, as I'm doing now, up to its higher points, then you will actually be able to fly over top of these dragons. And most of the time the dragons won't even notice you. See? Now let's try this landing business again. Alright. Pumping the brake. Going down to a slow roar. And we are now hovering just above the town. One of the neat things I want to show you too is most of this mod has a rope ladder which allows you to get off the ship. But if you look up at the left-hand corner of the screen, watch. See? Altitude exceeds playable level. And that means that the mod will not let you drop that ladder when you're too high up off the ground. because you'll fall off the ladder and die. So the mod's just kind of looking out for you there. We will also, another thing that you want to know is if you are in a dungeon or have just finished a dungeon and you don't feel like trekking all the way back up to get back onto the ship, you don't have to. All you do is you open the book up and you go to activate ship, and that'll teleport you onto the ship from anywhere, any interior in Skyrim. Now, we're going to drop this thing, clear out of the sky. There we go. If you want to use the sky docks, you have to pull up parallel with the actual dock and drop the plank, which I'll show you as soon as we land. This mod is pretty much all over Nexus and Steam Workshop. I just love this mod, and I thought it would be a really great one to start off with, especially because he just updated at the beginning of this week, I believe. So if you have not gotten this mod yet, please go get it. It's amazing. It really is. It blows horses out of the water. And I'll actually have a link to this mod on Nexus at the bottom of this video. So take a look at that. There we go. Okay, you know what? Let me just take a minute and show you what I'm talking about as far as not being collision proof. I'm just going to let this thing go down. Watch. See? See how I'm starting to sink into the ground? Completely not collision proof, but still awesome. Yeah, we should be good at that. Alright. Now, the plank that I was referring to is over here. Activate plank. And there it is. You're going to want to put that parallel right up alongside the dock and drop it. Then you'll be able to walk on and off the ship. And the rope ladder that I was talking about is over here. Again. Now watch the left hand side. See? Elevation is within limits. Deploying ladder. And Ta-da! We get off the ship. And there's the ship, there's the ladder. Now, no NPCs or anything will ever climb up here. So you are completely safe as far as having NPCs wander around your living quarters. So I know that's an issue in some mods, but not in this one. Other than that, that is pretty much what I wanted to show you for today. Thank you so much for viewing this. I am the Broke Gamer, and I will be doing this every week, or perhaps more, depending upon how you guys receive me. Like me, hit the little button on the bottom of this video that says like. Other than that, I'm signing off. Peace, love, and games.